Welcome to Off the Ball.
How are we?
Pretty special night last night, Marvel premiere, yourself up on the big screen, Parnell Street. What's that feel like? Felt like a bit of a homecoming in the room.
It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant, brilliant energy, and always nice to bring a film home, especially it being a Marvel film, and brilliant energy, yeah.
You got a special shout out afterwards from the champ, Kellie Harrington was in the crowd. What's that like?
Kelly, hats off to Kelly. Honestly, huge admiration for her and what she's done for the area, and just to see her last night there, and it did make the night very, very special, I must say.
We saw you had some images up, kind of preparing for the film, getting into eternal shape, doing some boxing. Is that something that you still get a chance to do much of?
Yeah, as much boxing as I can, really. I love a bit of pad work, bit of sparring. Training is brilliant. I just mentioned it there, but it's not only good to look good, but to feel good mentally. It's brilliant for the mental health, and I train a lot for that reason as well, to feel good and push my day forward.
There was kind of talk before of you maybe stepping into the ring during your acting career. Is that something that would still be on the table in any way, or is that...
Maybe with the cameras up, yeah.
Yeah.
I still train and wherever, and if the chance arises for me to step in and do a tournament, I would. I'd love to. And
before you talk about more grassroots things, if kind of, say Eddie Hearn was on the phone tomorrow.
Yeah, definite. I'd love to get in the ring and fight, man. I really would. I've a massive love for boxing. It's beautiful to watch as well. I'd make a movie on it as well. This is what I'm trying to say. There's a movie or two in the line of, I can't really talk about, but yeah.
No problem. And
so I will kind of have to get back in the ring anyways to prep.
All right, we'll watch that space. To set this film up for anyone, any kind of one of the easiest entry points is kind of saying we've got this massive Marvel film building this big universe with Chloe Zhao at the helm, who people might know from Nomadland. On paper, they seem very far apart, but obviously we've got her bridging that gap. What was that experience like?
I'd work with Chloe, for the rest of my life if I could. And at times it felt very, very indie-like. It's the set she creates and the vibe and very, very intimate, scenes and sets. So yeah, I didn't really. Back to your question, it didn't really feel like a Marvel movie at times, and I don't know what a Marvel movie actually feels like, if you get me. Because I think it's what we create, the pressure and stuff going into a big studio film. But to be honest, it was really, really welcome.
You've spoken in the past as well about kind of her experience with non-actors, you coming not from a traditional kind of, not as a trained actor. Yeah. How important is it for you to kind of work without that training, and do you think it's an advantage to be kind of cutting your own path rather than having that kind of...
Yeah, I wasn't really out for the training part of it. Obviously when I got into acting, I started to delve more into the craft of it and what it's about, and everyone has their own kind of discovery and stuff, and I done it my own way, kind of, if you get me, without the traditional training. So yeah, which I kind of auditioned for. I auditioned for a few schools and never got in, so... Yeah.
Feel like a blessing now, looking back?
Yeah. I don't want to be like everyone else, That's what makes you unique, or different, or, yeah.
Exactly, and I know you've spoken in the past about kind of bringing a rawness and a presence to things. Just the last question, we're talking about kind of working on this Marvel canvas. Does it still feel the same for you in front of the camera? Do you still feel the same rawness?
Yeah, a film set's a film set, It's, I pay every film the same amount of energy and respect and, work ethic and commitment. Rather than, this film deserves that and that film deserves this. Once the camera is up, I'm always trying to be honest.
Good stuff. Thanks, Barry. Congrats on the film, and thanks for your time.
Cheers, bro.